Welcome to the Madison Miller Podcast. Today is Monday, June 22nd, 2020. Today I'm going to discuss the return of sports post-COVID and the latest news with that and some of the unrest going on in our country. Golf, we'll recap the RBC Heritage. Soccer, we'll go over all the soccer games from the weekend, KBO, the Belmont Stakes, the Dak Prescott situation, and my 2013 top 10 songs. All right, we'll start with COVID and unrest. Huge story last night that broke. The NASCAR race was postponed to today due to rain. But the big story that came out of it was that there was a news found in Bubba Wallace's garage. That's just unacceptable. Like, come on. NASCAR's doing a rightful investigation with this. They came out with a statement. Late this afternoon, NASCAR was made aware that a noose was found in the garage stall of the 43 team. That's Bubba Wallace. We are angry and outraged and cannot state strongly enough how seriously we take this heinous act. We have launched an immediate investigation and will do everything we can to identify the persons responsible and eliminate them from the sport. As we stated unequivocally, there is no place for racism in NASCAR, and this act only strengthens our resolve to make the sport open and welcoming to all. So a strong statement there by NASCAR. Bubba Wallace came out with a very strong statement last night as well. And the person who found it was a member of Bubba's crew. And Bubba didn't even see it at all. So that person is rightfully banned from future NASCAR events. Like I said, this is just unacceptable behavior going on in NASCAR with these fans. And then there was a Confederate flag flying over the raceway. And then there was another Confederate flag seen on the site as well, and NASCAR banned all Confederate flags. So there are some fans that are obviously outraged by NASCAR becoming strict with their rules and trying to make their sport have a better reputation. All right, let's switch over to Major League Baseball. The players were supposedly going to accept or decline an offer today or yesterday, but they didn't because of COVID. And Bob Nightingale of USA Today, who I don't trust, said the outbreak of COVID-19 positive tests pushed back the start of potential spring training until at least June 29th, which could also impact the chance of successful grievance for not playing more games. And then he said there are 40 COVID-19 tests that were positive among players and staff members alone last week, creating urgency and, yes, fear in MLB/MLBPA 2020 negotiations. If they don't have a season due to COVID fears is one thing, but it's another thing if it's over money. Obviously, money's been a big problem, but now COVID's entered the picture again due to its cases going up in the states of Florida and Texas and Arizona to some degree, and mostly Florida because I spoke about that report about the Phillies. There are Blue Jay players that got tested positive. There's an Astros player, San Francisco Giants. There's a bunch of players and staff members got tested positive. I believe a Yankee staff member got tested positive for COVID-19 as well. So baseball's under a lot of pressure right now to come up with a decision here. So if they do, I'll have it for you on tomorrow's show. All right, now I'm going to go over the RBC Heritage Classic, which was a fun event over the weekend. The winner of the event was Webb Simpson. I thought Webb had a great weekend. he rose to the occasion. It was wide open at first, and then ultimately RBC Heritage winner Webb Simpson rose to the occasion and wound up winning. Brooks Koepka made it interesting late. There's a lot of other guys that made it interesting late as well. Second place went to Abraham Answer, tied for third Daniel Berger, so he follows up the win from the previous weekend to a third place finish this weekend. Tied with him, Tyrell Hatton. Sergio Garcia was tied for fifth, along with Joaquim Neiman. Brooks Koepka seventh, a tie for eighth between J.T. Poston, Michael Thompson, Bryson DeChambeau, Justin Thomas, Ryan Palmer, and Dylan Fratelli. Fratelli had the lead for a little while on Sunday, so he finished in eighth. Tied for 14th was Justin Rose, Matthew Fitzpatrick, and Ian Poulter. Poulter, I thought, had a nice weekend. Among those tied for 17th, Harris English and Dustin Johnson. Now I'm just going through the notables here. Tied for 33rd was John Rahm. Tied for 41st was Rory McIlroy. Tied for 52nd was Bubba Watson. Tied for 62nd was Gary Woodland. Tied for 64th was Xander Schauffele. Jordan Spieth was in the 68th place tie. And some big names missed the cut. Ricky Fowler, so a very dismal tournament by his standards. Jason Day, who's been in a funk for a while now here. Shane Lowry did not make the cut. Zach Johnson did not make the cut. So there was a lot of big names that did not make the cut for this weekend. And the next scheduled event will be the Travelers Championship, taking place between June 25th and June 28th. And I'll have a pick for the Travelers on Wednesday's podcast. Now I'm going to go over the KBO results from the weekend and look ahead to the games that are being played tomorrow morning. So, an interesting weekend in the KBO. We'll start with Saturday morning's results. Latte over KT 8-0. Hanwha over NC 4-3. So the Dinos lose. The Dinos have been in a little bit of a funk here. Kaiwum over SK 9-3. Kia over Samsung 6-3. Doosan over LG 8-2. Yesterday, Dinos bounced back. They beat Hanwha 9-3. Doosan over LG 3-1. Kaiwum over SK 7-2. Samsung defeats Kia 12-5. And KT defeats Latte 3-2. So, new series begin tomorrow, all 5:30 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 6:30 p.m. Korean Time. Hanwha and Samsung, Kia and Latte, NC and KT, Kaiwum and LG and Doosan and SK. Picks for tomorrow. I'm going with Hanwha. I'm going with Latte, NC, LG. LG Kaiwum, by the way, is pretty good. And then Doosan SK, I'm going to go with Doosan on the road. Updated standings. The Dinos are 28-12. The Bears of Doosan are 25-16, as well as the LG Twins. They're both 3.5 back of the Dinos. The Kaiwum Heroes are 25-17, one back of the lost column of Doosan and LG. The Kia Tigers are 23-18, a game and a half back of Kaiwum. the Latte Giants are 23 and 18, or I'm sorry, they are 20 and 21. They are 3 back of Kia, so they have an opportunity to get back and gain some ground on Kia. The Samsung Lions are 20 and 22, so they are a half game back of Latte, 1 back in the loss column. The KT Wiz are 18 and 23. They are a game and a half back of Samsung, 1 back in the loss column. SK is 12 and 29, 6 back in the loss column of KT. The Wyverns are 6.5 back in general. And last but not least, the Hanwha Eagles are 10 and 32. They are 19 back of the Dinos. They are 2.5 back of SK, including 3 back in the loss column. Now I'm going to go over soccer from the weekend. Interesting results. We will start with Bundesliga. Results from Saturday. FC Köln and Eintracht Frankfurt 1-1 tie. Wolfsburg over Schalke 4-1. Hoffenheim over Union Berlin 4-0. Dortmund over RB Leipzig 2-0. Mönchengladbach over Paderborn 3-1. Bayern over SC Freiburg 3-1. Hertha over Leverkusen 2-0. Mainz over Werder 3-1. That was a big upset. And Dusseldorf and Augsburg tied at 1. So you won't see Bundesliga again until Saturday, June 27th. So they get a week off. Standings as of right now. Bayern 25-4-4, 79 points. Dortmund 21-6-6, 69 points. RB Leipzig 17-12-4, 63 points. Fourth, Mönchengladbach 19-5-9, 62 points. Fifth place, Leverkusen 60 points, 18-6-9. Sixth place, Wolfsburg 13-10-10, 49 points. Seventh place, Hoffenheim 14-7-12, 49 points. Eighth place, SC Freiburg 12-9-12, 45 points. Ninth place, Eintracht Frankfurt 12-6-15, 42 points. 10th, Hertha 11-8-14, 41 points. 11th, Schalke 9-12-12, 39 points. 12th, Union Berlin 11-5-17, 38 points. 13th, Mainz 11-4-18, 37 points. 14th, FC Köln 10-6-17, 36 points. 15th, Augsburg 9-9-15, 36 points. 16th, Dusseldorf 6-12-15, 30 points. 17th, Werder 7-7-19, 28 points. And last but not least, Paderborn 4-8-21, 20 points, as they are stuck in last in 18th place. Now we'll do La Liga from the weekend. Friday, Mallorca and Leganes tied at 1 apiece. Villarreal and Granada. Villarreal comes out on top 1-0. And Sevilla and Barcelona ended in a 0-0 tie. Saturday, the 20th, Levante over Espanyol 3-1. Athletic Club over Real Betis 1-0. Getafe and Eibar tied at 1. And Atletico Madrid over Valladolid 1-0. Yesterday, Celta Vigo kills Alaves 6-0. Valencia over Osasuna 2-0. And Real Madrid over Real Sociedad 2-1. Today's matches, Villarreal and Sevilla. This is going to be a good match. I'm going to go with Villarreal here. They're lower in the standings, but I think they have a chance here today. So give me Villarreal on the road. And at 4 o'clock Eastern, Leganes and Granada. I'm going to go with Granada here at home. They're the better team. And I think there's a chance they win this game by multiple goals. Quick look at the standings. Real Madrid's in first. 19-8-3, 65 points. Second, Barcelona, 25-5, 65 points. So those are obviously the two best teams. Now it's a drop-off. Third place, Atletico Madrid, 13-13-4, 52 points. Fourth place, Sevilla, 14-10-6, 52 points. Fifth place, Getafe, 13-9-8, 48 points. Sixth place, tie Villarreal and Real Sociedad, 14-5-11, 47 points. Eighth place, Valencia, 12-10-8, 46 points. Ninth place, Athletic Club, 10-12-8, 42 points. 10th place, Granada, 12-6-12, 42 points. 11th place, Levante, 11-5-14, 38 points. 12th place, Osasuna, 8-11-11, 35 points. 13th place, Alaves, 9-8-13, 35 points. 14th, Real Betis, 8-10-12, 34 points. 15th, Valladolid, 7-12-11, 33 points. 16th place, Celta Vigo, 6-12-12, 30 points. 17th, Eibar, 7-8-15, 29 points. 18th, Mallorca, 7-5-18, 26 points. 19th, Leganes, 5-9-16, 24 points. And 20th, Espanyol, 5-9-16, 24 points. So Leganes and Espanyol technically tied. And now we're going to do the Premier League, which had some interesting results this weekend. So we'll start with the Friday results. Southampton over Norwich City 3-0, and Tottenham and Man United tied at 1. Saturday, Watford and Leicester City tied at 1. Brigden over Arsenal 2-1. Wolves over West Ham 2-0. Crystal Palace over Bournemouth 2-0. And yesterday, Newcastle over Sheffield United 3-0. Chelsea over Aston Villa 2-1. And Everton and Liverpool ended in a 0-0 draw. So credit to Everton for keeping Liverpool off the scoreboard and at least getting some points to be competitive with the best team. And today we have one match, Manchester City and Burnley. The easy pick here is Manchester City. I think that they're going to win this game, and I think they're going to win by multiple goals here against Burnley, 3 o'clock Eastern Time today. As I did with the other two leagues, I'm going to go through the standings. Running away with it is Liverpool, 27-2-1, 83 points. Manchester City, second place, 19-3-7, 60 points. Third place, Leicester City, 16-6-8, 54 points. Fourth place, Chelsea, 15-6-9, 51 points. Fifth place, Manchester United, 12-10-8, 46 points. Sixth place, Wolves, 11-13-6, 46 points. Seventh place, Sheffield United, 11-11-8, 44 points. Eighth, Tottenham, 11-9-10, 42 points. And Crystal Palace is technically tied with them for eighth. 10th, Arsenal, 9-13-8, 40 points. 11th, Burnley, 11-6-12, 39 points. 12th, Everton, 10-8-12, 38 points. 13th, Newcastle, 10-8-12, 38 points. So those two are tied. 14th, Southampton, 11-4-15, 37 points. 15, Brigden, 7-11-12, 32 points. 16, Watford, 6-10-14, 28 points. A tie for 18th, West Ham and Bournemouth, 7-6-17, 27 points. 19th place, Aston Villa, 7-5-18, 26 points. And in last place, you have Norwich City, 5-6-19 with 21 points. Now I'm going to recap the nationwide race from the weekend. Obviously, I mentioned at the top of the show that the Sprint Cup race got postponed to today, so I'm going to go over the results from the Xfinity Series race from Saturday. And the winner was Justin Haley. Good for him. He finally gets a win after coming close these last couple of weeks. In second place wound up being Ross Chaston, who was my pick to win the race. Third place, Jeb Burton, who I thought about picking. Fourth, Austin Cindric. Fifth, Brett Moffitt. Sixth, Anthony Alfredo. Seventh, AJ Allmendinger. Eighth, Gray Godling. Ninth, Alex Labb. 10th, Noah Gragson. 11th, Brandon Brown. 12th, Michael Annett. 13th, Jesse Little. 14th, Jeremy Earnhardt. 5th, Tommy Joe Martins. 16th, Brandon Jones. 17th, Cesar Barcarella. 18th, Chase Briscoe. 19th, Robbie Lyons II. 20th, Mason Massey. 21st, Vinnie Miller. 22nd, Chad Finchem. 23rd, BJ McLeod. 24th, Jeremy Clements. 25th, Mike Harmon. 26th, Timmy Hill. 27th, Matt Snyder. 28th, Justin Allgaier. 29th, Jeff Green. 30th, Ryan Sieg. 31st, Cody Vanderwall. 32nd, Harrison Burton. 33rd, Josh Williams. 34th, Joe Graff Jr. 35th, Colin Garrett. 36th, Tim Veens. 37th, Riley Herbst. 38th, Matt Mills. And 39th, John Jackson. All right, so I'm going to give out my picks for the Sprint Cup or the Cup Series race again. If in case you guys missed it on Friday, I'm going to go with Joey Logano. He was 9-1 on DraftKings. He has some recent history at Talladega, and I think he's going to come through today. I think that the delay helps some of these drivers. I thought about going Kevin Harvick again, but I don't like picking the same guy twice in a row, especially if that certain driver is coming off a loss. So I'm going to go with Joey Logano here to get off the schneid and get the win. Now I'm going to talk about the Belmont Stakes from the weekend. Predictable, because the favorite, Tiz the Law, who went off at a 5-6 favorite. Jeff and I discussed this on Friday on the show, that I wouldn't have been surprised if Tiz the Law went off as a minus favorite, and he did. Tiz the Law wound up winning the Belmont Stakes after coming from behind after Tap It to Win was in the lead in the beginning of the race. Dr. Prost came in second place. Dr. Prost was a popular dark horse to win. Max Player came in third. Credit to ESPN's Chris Felica, who liked Max Player to potentially finish in the top three. Pneumatic came in fourth. Tap It to Win fifth. Sol Volante, who was a popular underdog pick, came in sixth. Modernist came in seventh. Farmington Road came in eighth. And the worst horse in the field, Four Left, came in ninth. So Kentucky Derby will be on September 5th, as Jeff Burns mentioned on the show on Friday. And this weekend, you have an event in horse racing, which will be the what did Jeff say was this Saturday? He said that there was something going on. The 25th. I think it was a related to the event that's normally in October. I think it's supposed to be potentially at Santa Anita. Oh, the Breeders' Cup. I think something related to the Breeders' Cup is Saturday. And maybe I'll give out like a bonus pick for that race on Friday's show. Now I'm going to discuss quickly the situation going on between Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. It's been a dominant storyline throughout the coronavirus pandemic, and whether he was going to sign that franchise tender or not, and whether he was going to get that extension. So yesterday, Adam Schefter took some of his time out of his Father's Day to tweet out that Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott is planning to sign his $31.4 million exclusive franchise tender by Monday, source tells ESPN. The two sides still now have until July 15th to work out a long-term deal. And then once he officially signs the franchise tender, Dak Prescott will be contractually obligated to report to training camp on time whether or not he and the Cowboys can figure out a long-term deal. Prescott is locked in for the 2020 season. That's all coming from the best in the business, Adam Schefter of ESPN. And Dak is somebody that should be motivated to come back. The Cowboys are a popular team to represent the NFC in the Super Bowl by some people. I believe my buddy Nick Costos thinks the Cowboys can make the Super Bowl. I think they're under consideration, but I still think they have some holes on their roster. I think that they are probably the favorites to win the NFC East, right there with the Eagles at the worst. And obviously CeeDee Lamb's there now. That was their big draft prize. Since he fell to them at 17, they had no choice but to take him. But because they took advantage of Atlanta's failure, and Atlanta should have taken him and didn't, and so should have some teams in front of them. And so the Cowboys, I think, are glad to hear this news. It gets some pressure off of them, and now the pressure's on the team to sign Dak long term. If not, they'll just hit the franchise tag with Prescott in the winter. So that's some interesting NFL news that I wanted to get out of the way. And now, last but not least, my 2013 top 10 songs. This list is loaded. I have 7 honorable mentions. I think this is the most amount I've had on honorable mentions for songs. Stay by Rihanna, Roar by Katy Perry, Wake Me Up by Avicii, Dark Horse by Katy Perry, Happy by Pharrell, Just Give Me a Reason by Pink and Nate Ruess, and Wagon Wheel by Darius Rucker. And now my top 10 of 2013. Number 10, Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus. This was one of her better ballads. Came out August of 2013 in her album Bangers. 3 minutes and 41 seconds. That's a slow pop song. Written by Maureen McDonald, Stefan Mascio, Sasha Scarbeck, David Kim, Lucas Gottwald, and Circuit. Produced by Dr. Luke and Circuit. 9th place, Counting Stars by One Republic. This is a great song. I think that this is one of the better songs by One Republic. Came out in June of 2013 from the album Native. 4 minutes and 19 seconds long. It's a pop rock song written by lead band singer Ryan Tedder and produced by Tedder and Noel Zancanella. 8th place, All of Me, John Legend. This song is classic. It's a really good ballad by John Legend from the album Love of the Future. Came out in August of 2013. The album version is 4 minutes and 30 seconds long. The radio edit is 2:57. Written by John Stevens and Toby Gad. Produced by Dave Tozier and John Legend himself. A beautiful R&B and soul song for sure. 7th place, That's My Kind of Night, Luke Bryant from the album Crash My Party. Came out in August of 2013. 3 minutes and 10 seconds long. Country pop song written by Dallas Davidson, Chris DiStefano, and Ashley Gorley. Produced by Jeff Stevens. In 6th place, Let It Go, Idina Menzel, obviously the hit song from the movie Frozen that was among the better ones Disney produced over the last decade. From the album Frozen original motion picture soundtrack. It came out in November of 2013. The single actually came out in 2014. But I put this in the 13 because that's when Frozen came out. So that's why this song is in the 2013 countdown rather than the 2014 countdown. 3 minutes and 45 seconds long. Written by Kristen Anderson Lopez and Robert Lopez. Produced by those two same Lopez's, Christopher Beck, Chris Monton, and Tom McDougall. Fifth, Timber, Kesha. This is a really fun hip-hop, pop, energetic, dance floor kind of song featuring Pitbull from the EP, Meltdown EP. Came out in October of 2013, 3 minutes and 24 seconds long. Written by Kesha Sebert, Armando C. Perez, Lugatz Gottwald, Aaron Davis Arnold, Priscilla Hamilton, Jamie Sanderson, Brian Isaac, Henry Walter, P.B. Siebert, Lee Oscar, Kerry Oscar, Greg Errico, Steve Arrington, Charles Carter, Long Hankerson, and Roger Parker, and produced by Dr. Luke Circuit and Serm Style. In fourth place, Applause, Lady Gaga. This was her lead single off the album Art Pop. And it came out in August of 2013. A very electro dance pop kind of song, 3 minutes and 32 seconds long, written by Lady Gaga herself, Stephanie Germanotta, Paul DJ White Shadow Blair, Dino Zissis, Nick Monson, Martine Bresso, Nicholas Mercier, Julian Arias, and William Grigachin, and produced by Lady Gaga, Dino Zissis, Nick Monson, and DJ White Shadow. In third place, The Fox by Yelvis. This is a fun song that many people know as What Does the Fox Say? Came out in September of 2013. One-hit wonder song. 3 minutes and 33 seconds long. Written by Brad Yelvisacker, so that's Yelvis. And for Grad Yelvisacker, so there you go, the two guys in the duo. Christian Lochstower, Tor Eric Hermanson, Mikkel S. Erickson, and Nicholas Boundy, and the producers Stargate and Nick Boundy, a.k.a. M for Sonic. 2. Summertime Sadness Remix by Lana Del Rey and Cedric Gervais. Came out in July of 2013. A Euro dance pop type of song, 3 minutes and 34 seconds. Lana Del Rey and Rick Nowles wrote the song and produced by Cedric Gervais. And my number one song of 2013, Blurred Lines, Robin Thicke, T.I., and Pharrell from the album Blurred Lines. Came out in 2013 in the month of March. A disco R&B pop song, 4 minutes and 25 seconds long, written by Thicke, Pharrell, Clifford Harris Jr., and Marvin Gaye, and produced by Pharrell. So, a great and deserving song for my top song of 2013. That's it for the show today. I'll be back tomorrow recapping the latest news surrounding the coronavirus and unrest in the world of sports and pop culture. I'll go over the soccer, the KBO, and the NASCAR race from today. And we'll look ahead to the KBO games for Wednesday and the soccer games for tomorrow. And I'll do my 2013 top 10 movies. I hope you guys have a great day, everybody.